look at all of these pepper spray options. How do I know which one is the best and which one to choose for me? Pepperspray Patti here, your independent women's self-defense instructor, looking to empower you to confidently defend yourselves. Hey friends, Pepperspray Patti here, and today I want to talk about pepper spray, but more than what I've talked about before, because I usually am all about, giving the tips on how to use pepper spray properly. But today I want to talk about choosing the right pepper spray. Now, before we get started in actually looking at the different pepper spray carrier options, I want to take a second to talk about spray, gel, and foam. Holy smokes. What's the best option? Well, again, it's going to come down to, just like we're going to talk about with these pepper spray options, it's going to come down to what's the best fit for you. You have to find out what works for you, because I can tell you what works best for me, but your life is probably different than mine. Do you have kids around? Do you have little kids that play with everything and get their hands on everything? Do you live somewhere where it's always rainy and, always windy? You have to take all of those things into consideration. Or do you go places where you may not be allowed to have pepper spray? Or, maybe you're looking to have pepper spray because you are an Uber or a Lyft or a DoorDash driver. What's the best option for you? You're probably going to be using it in a confined space, right? Well, to start off, I want to say that this whole video is my opinion. Now, it is based on several years of research. It's based on experimenting, playing around, testing some of the different options, and also looking at the advice that's out there from others who have been doing this a little bit longer than me. So, first and foremost, when it comes down to what's the best option for majority of the situations that are going to call for you to have to use something like pepper spray, in that scenario, what do I say? Again, it's really tough. I can just give you my opinion. And bottom line is, I like spray the best. But I don't rely just on pepper spray. If there's one thing that you can take away from this video, it is never leave yourself with just one option. Always have layers. So if you're looking to physically defend yourself, and maybe you're going to have to give a kick to the groin, a strike to the nose, or maybe gouge out some eyes with your thumbs, know how to do all three of them, and be prepared to do all three of them like that, all at the same time, all at once kind of thing. Boom, 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 boom. Think about how the element of surprise will impact you. Why is the attacker going to, boom, appear right there? Or why are they going to wait for that one moment when you're not paying attention and poof, they're there? Why? It's the element of surprise, and you want to use that also. So layering your protection is probably the most the most effective tool that you can have in your arsenal, is having options. So then we say spray, gel, or foam. Well, personally, I was not impressed at all with the foam. you're going to have to be a whole lot closer. And as much as I don't think that you should be 10 to 22 feet away, if you're, I mean, yes, there's the 21-foot rule. And the 21-foot rule is that most people can travel the distance of 21 feet in 1.5 seconds. So 1.5 seconds, if your attacker's 21 feet from you, you got 1.5 seconds to react before they're here. So, yes, it is possible that the person could be a whole lot closer to you, but if they're that much closer to you, I don't think pepper spray is the right solution in that time. That's where you're going to be in a situation where you're going to be using yourself and your physical defense techniques, or something like this, a kubotan or a striking tool. I love these because they got that, those grips on there and a nice sharp point, which you can also use to break glass, break a window. So foam really did not impress me and was very quickly removed from my radar. Now, gel does have some benefits, but gel makes me more nervous about issues like clogging, or, how long am I going to count on, how old can my gel get and I can still count on it? I just there was just enough things that I was kind of leery about that I kind of said, you know what, all right, so gel is an option, but not a favorable option in my opinion. Now, what I did like about gel is, now if let's say that you're in a vehicle or in an office, some kind of enclosed smaller space, and you get attacked. What's nice about gel is, unlike spray, there's a lot less potential for blowback. Now, it can still come back, and if that person is that close to you, then there's a good chance you're going to smell it too. But I liked that there was a less chance of that, and it gave a little bit more control better option when you're in those kinds of situations where there may be a little bit more fear of, so like, if you are constantly in a wind tunnel, things like that. And again, gel's not the best option in that kind of a situation either, because if there's a lot of wind, it isn't going to hit your target. And you want to choose the option for that moment that's going to have the biggest impact. So I just go straight with the spray, because there's so many more pros to the spray. This was the first option before the rest of them, and the reason that spray is still around and gel isn't as big of an option as spray is because spray is the best. Overall, when it comes to non-lethal personal protection devices, pepper spray is the best. Again, nothing's 100% guaranteed, and there are many times when this is not going to be ideal. So, of course, again, you want to have options, you want to have layers. So then, okay, so great. So I want to get a spray. How do I choose what's the best case for me? So I want to start, first of all, with the no case option. This is pretty much, this little canister here is pretty much what 99% of your pepper sprays are. It's a canister like this, maybe put in a leather pouch or put in a hard case. And then this hard case has a clip on it, and then this one also have a laser pointer on it, a laser sight. So you're starting off with something like this. Now there are canisters out there that have, you know, just a little keychain on them. That's cool. I like keychains. Makes it easy to, you know, hang it somewhere or attach it somewhere, you know, so that it's easier to have accessible. Simple, small, fits in your hand. You know, watch the how to use pepper spray properly video to watch how to use it and everything like that. But this is about as basic and straight up as it gets. Why I don't carry, now this I find is a good option if you're gonna keep a pepper spray in your vehicle, or if you're going to have it in your home, you know, something like that, or you have, let's say, for example, like a gym bag or something like that, that you want to have this in there, and it's always going to be in there, kind of thing for that, you know, just in case. This isn't your everyday carry pepper spray. This is handy, you know, for those kinds of things where you can have it positioned somewhere, stationed, so that you can use it, you know, your desk drawer at work, you know, something like that. This is a great one to just put there because it's just straight up, pull it out, flip the safety, press it down. Another great basic option is these. This is a 2-ounce canister. This one is a 0.5 ounce, half an ounce canister, and this is a 2-ounce canister. What's great about this is they usually will have some kind of a wall mount, something like that. This is where you can, you know, put the sticky on in a cabinet, something like that. This I like for, you know, this is a good handy one. Again, you're not going to carry this around necessarily in your purse, but if you need to have a pepper spray somewhere in your office or in your home, this is something like, especially with that wall mount, you can put right inside, you know, of a cabinet. If you have a safe room in your house, you can put it in there. What's great about these larger canisters is that it will shoot a little bit farther than the smaller canister. The smaller canister, on average, can shoot up to 12 to 16 feet. But again, like I said, you want to stick to, you know, about 5 to 6 feet away. But this one might be more that you could use for 10 feet away. So when I have someone maybe who is elderly, and says, well, you know, I don't ever leave my home alone, or I don't go out alone, you know, but lives alone in their house, this might be a great tool that they can have, and it's something that they can put, you know, next to their bed, or somewhere where they spend a majority of time in their house, and easily have that. Again, it's going to give them, you know, something a little bit bigger, so it's might be a little bit easier to grip than the smaller ones if you're already struggling with holding it in your hand. But again, this is not one that you're probably going to be carrying around with you. This is something that's going to be stationary in an office or in a home, something like that. In your, if you go camping, you know, maybe a good one to take with you. If you empty this entire can onto your attacker, yeah, you're going to do some damage. That's a lot. You know, a half an ounce is about 5 seconds of solid spraying. So 2 ounces, like, I could probably, you know, make dinner while spraying. This just seems like so much. So same rule applies with this one as with this one, that once you've used a little bit of it, get a new one. This is also a good option maybe if you really need to practice with actual spray. This gives you, because if you practice with this, it's only going to give you, a couple of practice shots, where this one may give you a little bit more liquid to practice with. But again, the more liquid you spray out, the more chances of it getting on your hands, spraying, or somebody else, So not a bad option for practicing if you need extra practice. What I do is I replace my pepper spray canisters every year, and then I take the older ones and I'll use those to practice with. So if it's what you have to practice, go for it. But a great handy one to have around. I think everyone should at least have one of these in their house. And of course, I will say, it's because the question comes up. So before someone asks, where can I get these? I do sell the pair. They come together. You get the 1/2 ounce on the key ring and then the full 2 ounce. I do sell that in my store, and the link is below for you to be able to pick up this set for yourself, or as a gift, or keep one for yourself and give one as a gift. Or the other way around. All right, so let's talk about this bad boy. Love this. Up until recently, in carrying the blinged brand of pepper sprays, which, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to go get one of those to show you. Before carrying that, this was my #1 top seller. Now it has some serious competition. What I love about this one, like I said, it does have that laser sight on it. And the catch with this, with the laser sight, is you do have to spend a little extra time practicing holding it, because normally I just grab onto the pepper spray and I'm ready to go, but what that means is that I'm blocking the light. So on this one, I did have to practice so that I still had a good grip, could use the laser, and still had my thumb on there. So you do have to spend a little bit of time practicing that, and then being more conscious when you grab it to go ahead and put it in your hand when you're ready to go walk out the door. But I also love the clip. Hard cases are great because a lot of times they'll have some kind of clip on them, and so especially with the weather getting nice now, I will take it off of my keys and go ahead and clip it on my shirt, go out, do the yard work. You always want to have something on you at all times. If you're in your house, have stuff stationed around the house. Stage your protection. Each room should have something that, if that's the room that you're in and you're attacked, a home invasion or whatever, it's right there, easily accessible for you to grab. When you're out of your house, then always have something on you, whether it's on your keys or if you're out in the yard, have it clipped, your shirt, your pants, but have something accessible. One of the things that people don't think about is when they're out and about in their yard, having some form of personal protection on them. If you're mowing the lawn, you're not going to hear somebody come up from behind you. You got, there's already noise outside, and now you have the lawnmower, and some people even put earmuffs on, or they might put their earbuds in. What are you going to do? Because that's what they're expecting you to be not paying attention. And if you're outside and you're mowing your lawn and you're not paying attention, then that means that there's a good chance that there's a door open on your house that you came out of and you left unlocked because you're right out in the yard. That's what people do. And so there's a better chance that your door is going to be unlocked. And if there's other people in your home who don't realize that you're outside mowing the lawn, can't hear if there's anyone coming in, or maybe you've been, knocked out and now they're coming into your home where your wife and children are, where the rest of your family is. Make sure that they're equipped inside of the house, right? But you're that first line of defense outside, that's a time when you want to still be aware of your surroundings. So if you're ladies, if you're out in the garden, you know, knees deep in the dirt, which we love, and in our own, you know, zone, have something on you. So that's why I like, and the hard case is great. You know, if you drop it, anything like that. Easy to carry, lightweight, kind of good stuff. But there is also a pouch. It's a little leather pouch. You open it up and ta-da! There's one of those little canisters inside. What I like about this is that I have to constantly, you know, I have to put my stuff somewhere. So I get to a class, I gotta, you know, you gotta put your key, you get to the grocery store, you gotta put your keys in your purse, you know, so that you don't lose them or into your pocket. And with this hard case being open like this, there's more chances of the safety getting caught. Now, it's extremely very few and far between that something like that happens. I carry this around all the time. I don't put it inside my purse, but I will put it in the outside pocket of my purse. And so maybe it's coming in and out, or, you know, if I'm going to go for a walk or a run, something like that. Not a run. I don't run. I don't know why I said that. If you're going for a run, the hard case is a good option. There's even, as a matter of fact, I don't think I have any in stock right now. Here's a good reminder, something that I need to get into inventory, is we have a glove that you just slide on, and the pepper spray clips right into the glove, and that way if you are running, you'll have it and it's right there in your hands. I love those. Summertime, it's a big seller. When we go for a bike ride, ladies, if you're, you know, or anyone who's taking the kids for a walk in a stroller, something easy that you can have on your hand. Also great for one of the recommendations that I make for moms who have little kids. When you go to the grocery store, what do you got to do? You got to get to your car. You got to, you know, load the kid in the car. You got to load the groceries into the car. How are you going to do that with something, you know, in your hand? Now, again, the option is the clip, so that maybe it's, you know, clipped somewhere easily where you can, you know, I may not be able to get it clipped on quickly, but if I have to, I can take this and I'm ready to go, right? So if you don't have the hard case, you know, just clipped on, the glove is really cool, because then you can just pop the pepper spray canister into the glove, and then you can go ahead, grab the baby, put the baby in there, grab the groceries, put the groceries in the car, and you still have that pepper spray in hand, but you don't have to hold on to it. And it's not going to get in the way too much of grabbing bags and things like that. But that's another option. And keep an eye on inventory in the Pepperspray Patti shop for when those come back into stock. So we're back on talking about this. So I like that this has this little extra layer of protection over the safety. But that does mean then that when I am ready to carry my pepper spray in my hand, I do open up the pouch, and then I turn the canister so that it is where I need it to be, and I put it in my hand and I'm ready to go. You can also just take the canister out and then carry it like that and have this still attached to your keys, or, you know, whatever. You can put that back into your pocket and then just have the canister in your hand. It gives you a little bit of more flexibility in that regard. Whatever you choose, you know, and then this also is another one that could be beneficial for someone who may have little kids. Well, I'm worried about, you know, I'm worried about my my child grabbing this one and, you know, going like this and spraying it. Well, at least here, they have to be able to undo the snap. Yes, that can be easier, but it does, you know, make a little bit more work for them, make it a little bit harder versus easier. And then also, you know, you can have a conversation with your kids and let them know exactly what this is. You know, teach them about safety and about danger and about how this is what mommy uses to protect herself from a bad guy and danger. You know, have that conversation with your kids. So nice option of having that. Also, of course, this is what makes it, cute and stylish. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and I'm going to grab one of the Bling Sting pepper sprays because you have got to see these. They are absolutely gorgeous. So hang on just a minute. Hi, I'm Patti Mason, also known as Pepperspray Patti. I'm a women's self-defense instructor, an empowerment coach, and a survivor of domestic violence. I'm on a mission to empower women and teens to confidently defend themselves regardless of their age, size, or physical abilities, and in any situation. In every class that I teach, I challenge my students to spend the next 30 days practicing these new skills and habits that they just learned. But what does that look like? I created the 30-day self-defense challenge and put together 30 videos, each one giving you an idea of something that you can do every day to practice self-defense. And we're back with the new Bling Sting. This is the rose gold. I don't know if you can see this. This is the rose gold metallic studded pepper spray from Bling Sting that I am now carrying. Is that not adorable? I'm looking for a white piece of paper where you can still see the color. It is just absolutely gorgeous. But again, it's just a hard case pepper spray. The canister is in there. And, you just hold it in your hand. And it's got the claw clip. So you can, and that's one of the other things that I love about these. So super simple and easy to use. And, carry around, have this attached to your bag or your belt loop or your keys. Give you a little stylish option. I hope this video helped you to decide what's going to be the best pepper spray for you. And remember, it shouldn't be your only option for personal protection. Layer, 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 and then practice, practice, practice. Thank you for joining me. If you loved this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it, because if it benefited you, it could benefit someone else, and it could save a life. And that's our mission, is to empower women and teens to confidently defend themselves in any situation, regardless of their age, size, or physical abilities. Stay safe, friends.